Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020 Career Mode, episode number 71. So we know that Carlos Rodriguez does have potential. It's somewhere between 4 and 7. It's not Grand Champion. He hasn't leveled up terribly fast throughout this career, but he has leveled up some. He is making progress. I don't think he's quite a 4. He's 5, 6, 7. But what's really holding him up, well, it's that his style is traditional. And I have never had a traditional coach. We've been on such a tight budget that we couldn't afford a traditional coach. Well, now, after our successes last season, we've banked quite a bit of money. And there's not a whole lot we can do with that with the limitations on signing riders. But there's one thing we can do, and that's hire a fourth coach, a traditional coach. Now, I only went and grabbed a national one, but national for a traditional coach is actually pretty affordable. It's only $4,000 a month. It only cost us $8,000 up front, so really not bad. This season, I would think our balance should kind of level off. We're not going to make a ton of money. We're not going to any grand tours or anything like that. But it shouldn't hurt us too much. And we definitely do want to keep some of that money for down the road where we can really kind of hit the ground running. But you can see style-wise, there's some other guys traditional as well. Mateo. So we'll get him swapped over, and I'll get the other guys as well. All right, so we're at stage 5 of the UAE tour. It is one of our major objectives of the year. In fact, it's the first of 4 in a row. You saw last episode, you would have seen that we wound up in 7th place up to this point, but our objective is top 5, and this is the final decisive stage along the way. Stages 6 and 7 are sprints, so there's nothing past today to decide where we're going to be. Now, we only have a 2-second cushion over a large number of riders. That 2-second cushion coming from an early grab at a sprint point where just one rider was left up the road, and we were able to get Johnson out to grab a couple seconds, second place through that checkpoint. And that made a big difference because it's got us in the position we're in right now. Now, all of the riders in front of him are podium finishers on stages who have done something similar. They've gone out and grabbed additional seconds. There are no time gaps otherwise. Today, there very well could be some time gaps. And actually, there were a couple riders with time gaps. The top 2 or 3. From 4th down, though, is just the bonus seconds. It's 55 seconds back to Zach Johnson. He's a +2 race day condition, best on the team, but there's a lot of green out there, even if it's just +1s. So that's definitely a good sign as we go forward. But the breakaway group, they're down to just 30 seconds, which is really bad news for them, but good news for me, and bad news for us. Of course, we are Zeta and Gianpaolo Tentoni fans here on this channel. You are, I am, I know we all are. Everybody talks positively about him. Well, there he is. Wasting so much energy today in the breakaway, looking to claim the stage via breakaway, but that's clearly not happening with just 28 seconds left. We're at 17 kilometers to go, and we are going to do a quick reset here. Berwick, you're going to follow Johnson. Your guys... No, we're not going to gel up just yet. We're going to set about an 82 for Johnson. We'll set an 83 for Rainsford and Ginn.
So for the moment, we shouldn't see too many attacks.
That should prep us early on. And then we'll keep an eye out. Carlos de Mello already a little fatigued, so we'll probably use his gel pretty early on this thing. That would have been a good time to go, but that was sprinters attacking that, I believe. And if not, either way, you don't want to waste energy before a 11-kilometer climb, 7.2%. 13.8% max gradient. I think this is the identical climb that we were on 2 stages ago, which we did okay. We were in
10 kilometers to the finish line.
that group that didn't contain those top 3 guys, but contained everybody else on the same time. All right, ready to hit the climb. So Carlos de Mello, gel up first. Kevin Vermark, we will gel up with him second, just a 69 mountain rating today. So even though he helped us out big time last time, he will not stick around too long today. Jorgensen, I don't know why he is struggling so much. Oh, because he's the one protecting Johnson. Yeah, go ahead and gel up for you. And see, everybody's starting to struggle just a little bit, so we're going to turn it up just slightly. Conserve that energy. All right, here we go. First accelerations underway. Again, a little too far back for my liking, so we'll go 86 here. He's
The
going to
riders
need
are
help.
going
He's
through
still
a
got to be
very
near the
tough
front.
portion with percentages above 10%.
I'm controlling Gin, but he is locked in on that side, and I've been trying to push him to the right for quite a while. All right. Let's see, who's the other protector? Okay, they're all 3 on their gels. Berwick, we'll need to get him to gel up here, as he'll be taking over for Jorgensen quite shortly.
5 kilometers to the finish line.
Ainsford slipping back a little bit. Let's pick up your tempo. 5K to go. Hello, hello. Okay. We're seeing the first acceleration by Mataway. And also, this is perfect time with just 4.5K to go for me to get Johnson led out by Ginn, Rainsford, Berwick, and Vermark. The other 2 are done, but Vermark's already right to the front. And we will set an 89 here initially. Of course, that's going to use his hill rating a bit. But shouldn't damage the 2 guys behind. Out of the way, take it off. Okay, I'm going to back off some because, well, we're missing a few guys. There's Johnson. There's Berwick. And Rainsford getting in on the party. So we accelerate again with Vermark, who lost a little ground, unfortunately. Mataway did not get far away, so we're okay on that. Rainsford, gel up. Ginn, gel up. This is already just 2K to go, so
Counter-attack by
Vermark.
Romain Bardet.
Oh, Berwick done. And too much of a gap back to... Wow, we're already heading towards that finish line. Come on, Rainsford. Johnson. Gel. Pull these guys up there.
Counter-attack by
Front runners are getting away from us a little bit. Come on, come on, come
You
on.
see that? You can read the pain on the faces.
Can't
at
afford
the
to
back
miss
of the
out.
peloton.
Ginn
There's a
is...
growing number of riders left
Ginn was
behind.
okay.
And the final
Ginn was
sprint is
okay.
off.
Come on,
Who's gonna
Johnson.
be the first of the line
Come on,
today?
Johnson. 94. He's going the right direction. Roglic, Vlasov, Simmons. This is not good. Kamna, Kone, all ahead of us. Hagita ahead of us. Johnson, out of energy. This is not going to be a top 5. Hopefully we hang on to a top 10. It's just 30 seconds right now, so we're still in a strong position there. Okay, 14, 15 for these guys.
The riders bringing up their rear have made it through
Plenty of
sheer
riders behind us.
willpower.
Some
This
of those
stage
riders
was
ahead
a
of us were
real
definitely
strength
down on
sample.
time, and we were only about 30, 35 seconds behind Roglic. So we might be okay. Some of those guys might have lost time on that previous climb. But that was not a great result.
And just
But
in
that's
case
an
you missed them,
expected
here are
result.
the race highlights.
To me, I think that's going to be something we're going to do pretty consistently until those ratings come up. It's not Tantoni, but guess who is nowhere near the front? Tantoni. He's here at this race, but if he was under my control, he would have been higher up than we were able to get. So, how are we looking? Oh, thank you. Roglic, Vlasov, Simmons. Not only grab podium, but they also grab time, 14-second advantage. But then look at that. Same time. Same time. Same time. This was a punchy stage, by the way. It was not classified as a mountain stage, so the gap begins at 95th, which is insane. So Johnson hangs on to a top 10. Those 2 seconds were oh so vital. And that's going to be it GC-wise. 2 stages to go, yes, but at 55 seconds down, we are where we are. Unless I can get somebody into the breakaway like, say, Vermark, who is still on same time. If I can get Vermark into the breakaway, we can go out and grab, well, we need 10 seconds. But we can get him up to 7th. I don't know if that's worth it. It's not going to make much of a difference. It's not going to make a difference. 7th means no more than 9th does. Top 5's what they need, and we're not going to reach that. He's 24 seconds behind. So we get a top 10, which is only a partial failure, but with Vermark here, reputation-wise, shouldn't be hurt. We might drop a few percent, though, which is going to put us right on that edge. And overall, a top 10 for Johnson could and should give him a little boost, anyway, to his reputation. So it's March. Umberto Zeta, we're checking in on him here real quick. Still a Classics rider with Continental reputation, but now an 80 average. He's gone up again. Twice, is it? Only 2 races so far this season. Took 6th at Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. But he's making 99,000 per month, which is it's not twice our budget, but it's up there. I mean, it's 1.5 times what our budget is. The whole team, he alone is earning that. So, you know, if you think we were there, just because we were a World Tour team last season, does not mean that that's where we're at. Because a single rider on Sunweb is making 1.5 times our entire budget. 79 cobble rating for him now, 80 on the flat, 84 stamina, 75 resistance. Yeah, we miss you. We miss you, bud. The drop was definitely more pronounced than I expected. We lost a good 8 or 10% in our evaluation with that partial failure at the UAE tour. We do not get enough of a bonus out of the registered riders to hang in there. In fact, we're not getting much of anything happening right now. Though our squad evaluation is rising, so Zach Johnson's evaluation is definitely going the right direction. That's going to be a boost because these results will pick up. KBK up next. It's another top 5 that we need. This is the only one of the 4 that is going to come down to not being a World Tour race and looking like a sprint finish. So we're at KBK, just over 200 kilometers in length. We have a tricky middle sector. We have uphills, plenty of undulation through there. We have cobbles in there. It's raining, or at least it was a moment ago, so it's going to be wet cobbles. But all we need to do is get through that. We get through that, and then we get kind of clean run all the way to the finish, where it then should come down to a sprint. So a lot of teams brought their Classics riders. It's only 200k. It's not that long. If you can just get through those couple of cobbled sections, you'll be good to go. So we're going to bank on that let's be good to go thing. We're going to definitely commit hard to this middle sector that we don't slide back. So I'm going to use more energy than what is normal and then hope that we recover after. I'd rather get down with fewer riders to the end by wasting that energy early on than miss a split. So we are going to up tempo now as we're about to hit the first of those climbs. We'll go 83 initially. We don't hit the cobbles for a little while yet. 83 should keep us up near the front. There's now a joined. There was 3 breaks. They finally all come together. So 15 riders, but they only have a 2.5 minute advantage. It's not a large gap by any means, but this next little bit is going to be pretty crazy. Second climb, just over a K, 8%.
We're into the second half of the race.
Again, this is why don't want to conserve energy much. We want to make sure we stay near the front, because once we hit these cobbles, this could easily split things. So far, so good. We've already seen one split. There's one group. Ooh, just regaining contact there. 4-star, 700 meters. Now we're going to ride much harder. I did not bring strong cobbled riders here. Jorgensen's got a 74 cobble rating, but that's about it. You can see just how quickly we go backwards. Look at Vermark. Vermark is just standing still here. Granigan, Germán, Moreno, all miss the splits on this one. We want Moreno. Don't want you just sitting up. We need to try to bring Granigan forward. So can you protect him? He was with Amanatoglu. One more big section. 1.6K this time. 4 stars. These guys are going to lose some more ground. And I want them to really, really give it a little more this time. And actually, select these two. And you're going to go forward now before you hit the section. And then these guys are okay with that less effort. But we're going to send them forward as well. Granigan, Moreno coming up well. There's from Mark Germán.
Puncture for a rider.
Biggest challenge of the day is right here. This is what we need to get through. And we're back into Peloton. Amanatoglu caught behind. There we go. Alves Machado's in good shape at the front. Perhaps he's made a little break.
And are better at absorbing vibrations. This takes a lot of strain off
Jorgensen. We were supposed to be protecting Alves Machado, that is. Okay, we're seeing some splits for sure. Jorgensen missed that split. And these guys, see just how far back everybody is. I'm not sure Vermark's going to make it back. Set him to auto. Germán, just make sure you're at least in this group. Granigan, sit up. You're in a strong position at least. And Germán, sit up. We have a climb coming up. Alright. Jorgensen, for the millionth time. Do your job. Go protect Amanatoglu. The good news is my top 2 sprinters are in a front group of 37, which is almost ideal. I'd happily take just 3 guys in a group of 37 to the finish, though I do think a lot of this will come back together. I don't think all of it will. You can see Moreno, Granigan, Germán, they're 2.5 minutes back. Vermark just linking up with that group, so there's a good chance that these gaps will not fully merge.
We're into the last third of the race. We'll soon know the final outcome.
Vermark just hanging on. Very little climbing the rest of the way. It's pretty flat from here. Alves Machado, Amanatoglu, they'll be okay. Amatoglu, seriously? You just missed a split there? Come on, dude. Why is he going... Like, he's standing still to the very, very back of the group, even though he was on maintained position at the front, not blinking red. I don't know why the game has been so glitchy here recently. There was zero reason for him to go backwards. There wasn't anyone in front blocking him. Nothing like that. So now Jorgensen just wasted most of his energy to bring Amatoglu back into position. That's a waste. That's a real waste. And now Jorgensen, see, he's toast. And we're going to hit that last little punchy...
The riders have to have their wits about them on this dangerous section. You never know what's going to happen on cobblestones.
But yeah, look how far back these guys are. Moreno, the only one looking strong here. I need to just kind of set all of these guys to auto and say farewell. They are way behind. 4 minutes back. So yeah, group of 35. 8 chasing, 15 in between. They're close, but a lot of those were dropped from this group. Pretty relentless pace being set by Sunweb. I wonder, is someone here? Seneschal? Oldgast. Case Bowl is here. Figure if he is here today, he'd be in this front group. Cobrelli's here. Court Nielsen's here. Nassen's here. No sign of him in this group. That doesn't mean he's not here. It just means he's missed this front group. Seems like we lifted the pace a little bit, which is not good because it's still 2 minutes to those front riders. We got to catch up to them. Yeah, the guys at the front are dying, and nobody's committing more riders at this point to that chase. I'm not necessarily... Well, I am worried about that. We need a top 5 for this race. Fighting for 8th place is not going to do it. So maybe it is time for Jorgensen to join the chase at the front. Monotoglu's fresh. Alves Machado's fairly fresh. I've got a lead out rider. But we need to chase this thing down. We need to be battling it out for the win, not for 8th. Monotoglu's fresh, otherwise I would be having Alves Machado protect him. I'd like to keep my lead out. So 39 riders, and now we're starting to catch these guys. For one thing, we've already caught 2 of them. Jorgensen, he's pretty much done. So it's just 5 riders we're trying to catch now. 45 seconds, still the gap. It's not much anymore, and they look pretty tired, so it's looking likely that we'll bring them back. And then again, that sets us up nicely. It would have been nicer if Amatoglu was, or if Jorgensen was fresh, but... Okay, we're seeing an attack. Need to respond. Cannot let this go away. Now, see, this is where I'd like to be using Jorgensen. But we're seeing... Are these favorites?
The riders are entering the last 15 kilometers of the stage.
Quite a few guys, though. The Ghent. We're seeing a lot of those classics riders going away. Punchers. Okay, just 4 riders off the front. No, 5 riders off the front.
Attack with the finishing line within reach.
12k to go. That was Machado, unfortunately, having to do the chasing. Moreno somehow only a minute, but... Okay, that's it. We've reached the front. Time to sit up. 42 riders. Moreno is close. Here's the next attack. How am I the only one to respond to this? Seriously. Maybe we need to try to join them, the two of us. Be in a breakaway of 8 with 2 riders.
There are just 10 kilometers left.
Hey, Monotoglu missed that as we got blocked twice. Just got blocked again. There you go, he's through.
The teammates of the main sprinters are not handing out tickets for a breakaway, so the stage will end up in a mass sprint.
Next attack. There's not going to be too many guys left with any energy. Alves Machado needs to gel up now. He's not going to give me a lead out, which is bad news, but not the worst news ever because Monotoglu, again, going to be one of the only guys with any energy left here. He's not been wasting the energy, so Machado finally gel kicking in. Van Moore's got nothing left in the tank, so he's not likely to stay away. And now we're going to get on to Monotoglu. 3K to go for him. And you can see nobody looking like they've got really anything left. Except for Seneschal. But that was pretty minor. 1.6. Okay, 1.4. And attack, Monotoglu. Come on, buddy. Come on, he's got his top 5, no problem. But will he win? Will he win? Monotoglu! Yes, Aiden Monotoglu for the win at KBK. Oh, this is going to be huge. Huge. Major success today. Yes, yes. All right. All right, well, that was 2 of the 4 objectives. This was the only one that was not a World Tour race. Tough, tough stretch. But I believe this was our 4-star objective, maybe? Maybe it was at least a 3.5 star, because it's the 4th one that was a little less important than the first 3. Moreno catches up to get 29th. Good result for him. That was all solo. Automatic. He was back with that group of guys who were 104th, 12th, and 14th. So he somehow moved himself up a good 75 spots from where he was located.
Now for the best moments of the day.
With, what, 70K to go. But that's not important. What is important is the work, the teamwork, my 3 guys who held on at the front, who overcame the uphill and cobbles of these 2 sections here, made it through, and we could serve Monotoglu. The energy was a big part of that, and being one of the only sprinters in that front group. Halverson's got a pretty good turn of pace, yeah. But other than that, the sprinters were dropped. Seneschal kept looking like he was the one who was wanting to go away. He had the stamina. He's got that calorie rating. That was the last of the pure classics guys who just kept trying to force the issue and establish a late break and then just hang on for it. But we luckily had support from Monotoglu. Otherwise, it definitely would have happened. We would have been outside of the top 10, most likely in the end of that, with the number of guys trying to break away. They would have succeeded because I was literally the only one chasing it down, the only one countering that. So scary, scary. But we were able to chase down. Wow, look how far back Alves Machado ended up. 35th. Jorgensen, right, chased down the break. And then Alves Machado chased down the classics riders who were trying to get the late break. And then Monotoglu, just fresh enough, he had to carry out the final, 3-4 kilometers himself. But at that point, there was so much fatigue in the group that he was able to gently pull and keep himself near the front without too much energy burnt, and then out-sprint the remaining guys with any sort of energy. So that was fantastic result. Let's go ahead and push forward today and see where we're at. This race just happened. There's the profile. Carlos de Mello, 11th place. Not a bad result. Okay, still got to get forward a day, though. There's the new evaluation. Not 100% yet, but a very, very solid increase from where we were. But again, still 2 major objectives coming ahead of us. We need to at least get some partial results out of this. There you go. Second most important race of the year, Strada Bianchi. Is that the next one? It is 5 days away from Strada Bianchi. So that, scary, huge. And then also, this is the other race. It at least is only a top 10 requirement and totally flat. My sprinters, yeah, we can grab top 10. It's the getting wins that's hard. It's the one that takes crazy circumstances like what we just had. But getting to top 10, I'm not too worried about that. Top 5 Strada Bianchi, though? With this team? Without Zeta? Yikes. Big yikes. Big yikes. This one, I don't think we're even going to sniff a top 10, realistically. I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves, we'll be lucky to be in the top 25 with the team that I have. I've got 3 guys with a cobble rating. Only one of them is as a climber. Yeah, yikes. Yikes. For our biggest objective of the year being one that is just a bit beyond what we are capable of as a team. But hey, so far, so good. Halfway through the crazy hard stretch, and we are trending upward. And I do think that the second of these 2 objectives coming up, I think we'll succeed in that one, no problem. I think I could grab a top 5 with my sprinters in a regular pure sprint race. Play it right. Don't necessarily play for the win, but play for that solid top 10, maybe top 5. And I think we've got a decent chance of pulling that off. So, 1 of 2. Ultimately, 2 of 4. Could be okay. But I think we're going to see a big red X on Strada Bianchi. We'll see. We'll give it a shot. That's going to be next episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.